Welcome to the Amitrace podcast. I'm Tom White, and we are live at the GACTE. The acronyms always get me. The GACTE is what it's truly called. I'm joined today. We're at the GACTE Summer Conference in Athens. I'm joined today by my friend, Bill Phelps from Harrison High School. Bill, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing outstanding, Tom. Thanks very much for having me.
Absolutely. And Bill, we're here for one reason and one reason alone, to talk about the VidPOD and see how you can play with it. So I'm giving you all the controls at this point. Okay. So take over and have fun as we do this. The VidPOD, for those that don't know, is an all-in-one podcasting solution where we've designed it to roll in and out of doors, make it super simple, basically replace the camera and tripod of a traditional video classroom. And now the table and the 4 cameras and the 4 microphones and all of that is that. And allows for better content for your kids.
Oh, absolutely. And it's so easy, too. I'm just looking at it right now. So just to kind of give you my perspective, what you see here is a screen with a microphone in front of me. And of course, when Tom talks, you'll see him, maybe a split screen as it does an automatic transition. What I'm looking at, Tom put me in front of the control board here, which is amazingly simple, a handful of buttons, and that is it. There's a record button. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4 for the 4 microphone setups here. There's little cameras, as you can see, very good resolution cameras sitting mounted right in front of us. And there's an auto button, so it auto follows. So that's kind of the thing. So I don't have to worry about chasing who's doing the talking, especially in a podcast where it's conversation mode. I can just hit auto and let it roll, and it'll automatically follow. It'll go from now, Tom, if you were to interject in here, as you can see, go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. And the auto mode is struggling in this environment because you can probably hear the audio overhead and you've got other people. Yep. But in a normal environment, it really locks in really well.
Yep. And what I like about it is that it'll tend to do a split screen as it does that transition over to make sure that it doesn't miss. Am I catching that other person and doesn't incidentally cut it off? It records to a hard drive. So you can get a complete recording of not only the audio, but also the video of the show, of what you're doing, onto the hard drive. So if you want to do some edits, take out some stuff and what have you, before you go ahead and post that, you can. There's also on the side of the box there a connection for the computer, should you decide to do a live stream broadcast on there. It's just so easy. It's amazing. It's hard to believe how simple this is, and to be able to just wheel it in, set it up, and you're good to go. You literally are ready to go.
Yeah, and we're really excited about it because as you see it here is how you would receive it at your place. So it literally comes in, you plug in one cable, you hit 2 power buttons, and you're on the air. And that's kind of the beauty of this. And the thing that I really like about it was we were designing it, we were like, how do we take the AV classroom out? How do we get it into a marketing classroom and create better content? You and I have been doing this a long time. You send a kid with a microphone to a marketing classroom and they go, hey, Miss Johnson, what are you guys doing? And now you can have Miss Johnson and 2 kids sitting at a table doing multi-camera, and it's really punching just a couple of buttons.
That just sparked a new idea for me. So in addition to just doing a podcast, something about what Miss Johnson's doing with her kids and everything there, doing a segment, because it does record the video on there. Now we've got, instead of like one single camera getting 2 eyes and an ear, or trying to get a group of 3 people with a microphone trying to wave it in front of the people to get their audio, wheel it in, plug it in, set it up and record this. Now you actually have a segment with the interviews and the questions and the answers and so forth, and the conversation.
And one of the things that you've done great at Harrison is create a media conglomerate inside your classroom. So you've got these ISO images from this interview, you put that in your show, and now it's go to HoyaVision.com and check out the whole interview.
Exactly.
And we talk about creating that production cycle, that content cycle. You can do it right here, and everything kind of ties back into it.
So easy.
So you've seen it for about 10 minutes.
Yep.
What questions do you have?
You've already talked to my superintendent, or the person in charge of career tech, and he's good to go for it. So it's just a matter of my putting in that request. What kind of video format does this record in?
So it does MP4s across the board.
Okay.
If you set it up, you can do the ISO recordings as well, and you'll get the program recording. And then for your audio, it's MP3.
Okay.
So really light. I was playing last night in Premiere with some of the original footage and doing some of that 9:16 stuff.
Okay.
And doing some vertical stuff and really good looking because the shots are well lit. That's the thing that honestly has surprised me the most about these cameras is we're in a conference hall. The lights are 50 feet over our head. There's nothing on our faces, and these lenses and the sensors really pick up that very, very well.
Yeah.
So really excited about it. But yeah, everything for this is made for the teacher and made for the teacher who is overwhelmed. And how do I get more content? How do I get kids out of my classroom producing content in a way that's super simple that I don't have to engineer?
Exactly.
As we were developing this, I kept saying, I need my wife to be able to produce content for this. And that was a challenge for our engineers because they're always trying to engineer up.
Yep.
And I was like, no, down. How do we make it one cable and go?
Yeah.
And so.
The other nice thing about this thing too is that for those of us that do podcasts, we usually have to have a separate person for audio as they adjust the audio and so forth. But this keeps it real simple. I mean, you've seen my hands. I haven't touched a button since we've started here, and everything is going smoothly and at all the right levels. So very easy to
Everybody knows that Rodecaster podcast framework. That's built into that Rodecaster video.
Yeah.
And it's super simple. Literally over there, you can mute mics if you want off of the dial wheel. And the cool thing is you can kind of tell you've got two XLR and two USB mics. So you're on an XLR, I'm on a USB, and this is normally set up for the guest. Well, if I need to adjust my audio coming into my headphones, I can do it right here.
Okay.
So I've killed all of my audio. I hear nothing. So that way, you as the producer aren't having to go, hear.
Yeah.
They can do it on their own.
Right.
So super cool. Rodecaster Video has really made this project really simple to do.
So another question that I have, if we're doing a show, if we're going to do a quick show or a quick interview and what have you, say we want to put in graphics and so forth, is there a way that we can bring graphics in?
Absolutely. So on the Rodecaster Video, there's a tab for multi-layer graphics. There's also video content. You can store. It's got a micro SD card.
Okay.
You drag your content on there. So like a 256 gig micro SD card, which is more space than you'll ever need. You can put all your videos. You can put all your content on there, and so it's got 7 media playback buttons. You align it to the video you want. So you could do a full newscast. I've got a client that I'm working with to do a full newscast with content, and literally it's a button push away. So hey, he sets it up, hits A, that's his show open, it comes back. First segment, B, C, D, E, all through G. And it just plays it back. And same thing with graphics. I mean, you can layer your graphics. The 2 box that you see coming up is a Canva template.
Okay.
That we ship with the table.
Doesn't get easier than that.
Nope.
The other question I have for you, and this is totally out of the blue, we haven't talked about this at all, but can I bring in another video source, or is it only right now set up for the 4 cameras?
So we designed it for the lowest common denominator, the entry point. We wanted it to be simple. But there's nothing to say that you can't unplug one of these HDMIs and plug in something else. You can also, because it's a Rode product, those Rode audio devices, the wireless audio, you can sync to that and bring those in as well. So it is possible. It's just for HDMI in.
Okay.
So you can bypass a camera, bring another source in, whatever you wanted to do there.
Okay. Because I was thinking, as we're talking about it, how cool would it be to have a graphic or another over the shoulder so they can actually see the panel as we're going about talking about this. So I don't know if you had any of those graphics.
If I were good at my job, I would have done this before.
But I just happen to be passing by, so.
You could definitely do that. And with the cameras that are on here, the cameras are adjustable.
Okay.
So they're on a 5-inch mount.
There, yep.
And that allows for you and I to be able to make eye contact over the camera.
Yep.
And look through the camera. So to the viewer, I'm looking at the camera, but to you
and I are eye to eye, yeah.
and we're having, we can make that connection, as opposed to a lot of times when you do these, you're doing this.
The sideways thing,
yeah. So really, really excited about that. But yeah, you could unplug one of the HDMIs or go straight into the back of the video there. But ultimately, it's made to really just ship, ready to rock and roll.
Cool.
Sidewalk to podcast in 30 seconds.
How long are these HDMI cables that are plugged into the cameras?
They're not very long. They'll go the length of that.
So that's pretty much
of the
set.
mount. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Very cool. Well,
man,
Tom, this is interesting. I can't wait to go back and touch base with Art again, make sure he stops by to see this and say, all right, so what form do I need to fill out to pull one in here? Because we have a ton of opportunity, I know, at Harrison, which means every other high school has that opportunity. Middle school, too.
Yes.
How easy is this?
Middle, elementary, everything. I mean, that was, that was the idea, was that, and just roll it and go. I mean, anybody could do it. It's and I think it'll be more interesting with the younger kids because they're not afraid. Right. They don't have that fear factor yet. So they'll get down and produce content all day long. So really excited about that.
Yeah. Well, this is awesome. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it.
You'll probably see this in a couple of weeks at was it LEI? I'll be there for that. And so we'll probably have this out there and set up for that.
Cool.
Awesome.
Cool.
Bill, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Appreciate it.